The thing is, I don't feel sick. That's the weird part.
Oh,
Like no aches, pains, nothing. I was just standing there, and then I don't know what happened. I was like, just started getting sick, and I'm like, what the hell? I can honestly say that's a first for me. Wife, the only thing I had before that was a coffee, and the wife said maybe the cream or something was bad. I said, yeah, but that would have made you sick to the stomach.
you never know. Your stomach might have just said, fuck, this is no good. See you later. Didn't be interested.
Pretty much. I've had two BSODs since yesterday. One yesterday and one this morning when I turned my computer on.
Really?
Goes through the whole thing, memory dump, restarting, blah blah blah. Windows Explorer crashed twice after the BSOD this morning, and well, right now it seems okay, I guess.
Eventually, you're gonna have to go to 10 and
I'll
9.
just, I'll put 7 back on. I'll wait to see. XP, everyone kept saying Vista, Vista, Vista. Nope, never tried. I like on a
That's not
spare
that's
computer.
not the issue. Is that Windows 10 works fine. Doesn't work any worse than 7.
Well, now I gotta buy it, and because of the whole authentication thing in it, yeah. Because I didn't upgrade because I couldn't with the one that I had, or the copy I have. Well, I probably could have.
You wouldn't need to upgrade your stuff.
Yeah, well, I'll get a pirated version eventually.
You'll probably get one today. But it won't last very long. By the time the new Windows update hits by Windows 10. Although I shouldn't say that. I mean that looking gets ready. I think Windows 10 gets.
Does? Yeah, does.
I don't
But the
know,
thing is,
because I think 10. I saw one that was 10 written differently than the last guy or something. Daz told me.
no, he put a patch out. You gotta go to mydigitallife.com. That's where he's really big. He's like they've literally dedicated a whole section of their site to him.
Uh-huh. I know. I was just wondering if I didn't know that. Haven't been following up on that. So
I'll be back in a sec. I think I got the wrong coffee. This is horrible. No sugar. So I told the wife and her daughter to try their coffee because they get one cream, no sugar, and I get triple triple, right?
Uh,
So they both try theirs. Nope, you got the right one. I'm like, taste this. They're like, oh, too much cream. But yeah, you're right, no sugar.
huh,
They forgot to put sugar in.
better for a little bit. Triple triple. Alright.
Oh, I've been drinking triple triple for. The coffee took the place of alcohol for me.
Really?
So drinking a half a pot of coffee a day, or some days, well, lately I've been drinking 50-50 tea and coffee when I'm home. Tea, I prefer it strong and black with one sugar. But yeah, it's in between tea, coffee, either way, or both, or one or the other. I'll drink 8-9 cups a day. That replaced a minimum 26er a day years ago.
Yeah.
So what's the lesser of the two evils?
Uh-huh. You got your two T-Rexes are just standing down there in the place there, right next to each other. Nice to know what happened to them. This together, or I went to visit a couple of times when they were moved. How long it was moved, because there was not too far away from, in the end they never went there, but I thought it was good they were there.
No, the funny thing is, they went around that other big peak next to mine, out where the Dodo Rex was, and they were eating things with it.
Oh, there you go.
It didn't touch them. I was sitting there like, what the hell?
Oh, no shit, 'cause that's exactly what I was trying to get data. It's not the only way you can eat this stuff, so drive them away, but they're
No,
good as
they're set to aggressive and no wandering, so they only go after. They take team animals if they come close to them.
they're not doing shit right now, they're just sitting there. They said you glitched together. Yeah, that's a cool looking spider. Color on that's really wild. Must be aqua.
Emerald green.
No, it's got like a red stripe on the top of its sail. And the rest of it's all white. I think the body is all white. The tail and everything, just a red stripe on the top of its sail.
So the broadcasting through Steam, like if anyone wanted to see my game, it doesn't even ask me the way it's set up. It just
It's
so
because
and so's
it's
watching.
because it's already got permission. When he said that told you, yeah, you had to approve it, that's part of the setup of it. When you said
No,
yes, 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 when you were setting it up.
yeah, I set it up. Friends can view,
Yeah.
but it's got like a 30-second delay. Which is not bad because when he was watching it, I didn't even notice any difference in my gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking forward to going into work tonight. We got the monkeys from the front office showing up at 5 a.m. for the monthly meeting. And our new HR manager, oh my god. Fucking walking train wreck. At least she's got more teeth than the last couple sets of HR managers we've had. But She's still a walking train wreck.
Well, maybe she'll bring donuts so you get free donuts. Actually, that's what you should do is about 4 in the morning. Order donuts. You have them delivered. Something to do when they get there.
I don't know where she lives or where she comes in from, but I know she doesn't live in Toronto. Or the GTA for that matter. She commutes in. That fucking broad gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning and starts calling people. It's like, what the fuck are you doing awake? And the thing is, you get to work at 11:30 and she's calling you then, and then all of a sudden at 4 in the morning, the phone starts ringing again. It's like, do you ever fucking sleep?
No, she's not at this point because she's afraid it isn't.
I'm trying to think. I think she's been there about 3-4 months.
So I mean, probation stuff. Pressed in.
Well, the funny thing is, her boss, the HR director of HR for the corporation, which is also based in Toronto, started 2 weeks before.
Yeah, so if you're smart because you're not in the union, you'll realize that if you don't do a good job right away, you're going to get somebody else because things are in transition with your company right now and they understand that. So
Oh, they
you
probably
have
know
to,
more than we do already.
that's what I'm saying. So when people like that are up at 4 in the morning, things are usually not good. I'm
Oh,
not
this
sure
is
where they
fucked.
got to come in from. That's fucked.
Okay, you know how your guy runs around with his underwear on most of the time? In game?
Yours might, but
If you
mine
don't put
don't.
clothes on him.
Yeah.
Okay. Try this for shits and grins.
I can't. I'm
Put
afraid
on,
of it.
no, no, like next time you're in your base, just put on the ghillie pants and zoom out in the third person. It's the first time I've noticed it. The fucker's got a plumber's crack that sticks out above it. Because he's got no underwear when he's got the ghillie pants on. That's pretty bad when they put that in a game. I wonder what's going on with War. I haven't even seen him log into Steam. Normally he would log into Steam. Even when he was overseas, he'd log in and send me a message from time to time.
See that?
Ooh. That's a long drop. Oh well, while I'm down here, I might as well go check on these two meatheads that got their heads stuck up each other's asses. Where are they? On the other side of that peak?
They were towards the redwoods from it, right there, in between the two peaks. Yesterday, I didn't look today.
Oh yeah, they're glitched inside each other. It's almost like one's having sex with the other.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're just inside each other. Or on top of each other, whatever. Yeah, the black one with my bird, they still never started, so I hope they got that.
Oh, I got one going.
Well, what they down here? Somebody built a mailbox over here where the, what's this? That's got a fucking bear trap in the last one of those. It's for taming something. I see.
Holy shit. There's like 4 turtles here, and the 2 T-Rexes are just tearing them up. Good for chitting.
Wow.
Did you hear what happened to Force the other day down here at my base?
No.
So he come down and he's doing the beaver thing, right? And he goes, you know, the waterfall. He went inside it. Well,
Oh
my two
yeah,
T-Rexes were in there.
he told me about that. There's a, he said all I saw was a leg and I fucked up. He says. I said, yeah, you're lucky. I said, I think Crazy put his T-Rexes on aggressive and let him fucking wander. So I fucking found one.
They were both in there. I had to go get them. They were glitched. It's amazing the amount of resources these two buggers grab for me.
What's that?
Every time I hide shit and what else? Keratin. Like every time I check, sometimes they got narcotic pots, stimulants. They're pretty good for resources. That's for damn sure. Having them run around like this.
Yeah.
One of them just took off after something. I don't know what. Oh, dimorphin done. And they both got like.
Going around emptying beaver houses and just leaving the wood. Somebody on the server is. It's the fourth one I found in 2 days.
Interesting.
And don't get me wrong, it's okay for gathering wood, but if you get some other stuff with it, maybe.
Hard to say though who it would be.
So I just don't think the odds of a beaver only putting wood in a beaver house is pretty slim. Especially when it's like 800 and 700 pieces, right? Although somebody did go to the effort of putting an all metal little square with a door on it and a bear trap in the middle in this lake where the beavers are. Like, why?
Quick resources.
What's this beaver trap going to do?
Not sure. So it's just one square foundation?
No, 4 walls. So it's a little box. 4 metal walls. Go to Hidden Lake, you'll see what I mean.
Not right offhand.
That's what it's called on the map anyway. When I land, I'll look at the coordinates and I'll tell you. Okay, hidden lake is about 18 side and 68 across.
Okay, I'm gonna head up there in a minute. I'm just trying to figure out why I got one spot will not allow a railing.
Oh, it's because it's got no support underneath. Like it's too far out, you know what I mean? Watch when you go to put it, it'll tell you across the top of the screen.
So I gotta put a metal support beam there then.
I don't know what you gotta do, I'm just saying.
Because I got two metal support beams, one on each end, and it's allowing railings around those areas.
Yeah, and what's different? How many away from the support are they?
It's a one spot dead center between the two supports won't let it. So now I'm gonna put a pillar there and see if it allows it. I just gotta go back outside and see what kind of support that was, because I don't remember. Metal pillar doesn't tell me the size. Nighttime must be coming on. All my lights just kicked in. That's my 10-minute warning. Don't go too far from the base.
Yeah.
Server restart.
Yes. One of the mods updated or at least the server file,
I knew something was up because I just went to my chemical bench.
User joined your channel.
How's everybody doing this morning?
So far,
Not
so
bad. How
good.
you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
I was asked when I joined yesterday, did you and Hill hit each other on the way out in and out the door?
You haven't been out killing anything yet, have you?
I don't know if
Mm,
it keeps the. No, I don't think so. I don't think he has.
not yet.
I'm gonna get in there in a minute, go on a little bit of a rampage.
I just went up and did some loot. Well, I didn't get any kills.
Is it that bad now?
What one?
Killing.
Makes you think it's any worse than it was.
Uh, yeah, because you already told me you changed the setting.
Oh,
I
did
was
I?
here
Oh
when you
man.
did it.
Oh
We
damn.
had we had to move it back because it crashed the server.
Yeah. Who knows it?
We were in after you did it the other day.
No, was it zero then? I said I was thinking about it. But pay attention when you go outside anyway. Not that you shouldn't always pay attention, but
I'll just let my T-Rexes collect all the stuff, the meat and everything else I need.
yeah.
They're quite efficient. All I need to do is get one more and up the
Yeah,
pack.
we'll see how efficient they are. Run them while you're out there.
They've been wandering for about a week now.
Yeah, they weren't wandering yesterday. I'm serious. We'll see how long they last.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop them.
Yeah, they're what?
Yeah, they're both 3,000 health, and they're both about 550 melee damage each.
They have good melee damage.
I guess it was a good thing I upped my base size and everything and started moving everything upstairs. You haven't been over this neck of the woods since I did it, have you, Hill?
No, not not here lately. I've been rearranging shit here.
Maybe tomorrow I'll probably grab an egg off you, Gobby.
Sure thing.
I've got 6 things down now.
Yeah, just whatever you like. Just say it enough.
Rebuilding my metal ingots now. This base is taking thousands of them. No, you get yourself sick and dizzy and sick if you came into my place. There's
Oh,
so many
really?
spiral stairways up and down the thing.
Something killed a spino down there?
Yeah, but I don't see anything big enough to have killed him. But anyway.
Ah, you son of a...
What happened?
I wasn't paying attention and I just laid a whole frickin' walkway 2 floors below where it should be.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
Now I gotta tear it all back up. Yeah, okay. I was wondering why my pterodon's heads are sticking through. It's like, they shouldn't be sticking through. Gut says my base over here looks like an office tower.
Uh-oh.
Ouch. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing.
So when you started last time.
Scary thought.
forgot to turn on game mode. I hit the Windows key and went to desktop.
Well, that's not good.
You had the same thing on your keyboard, right?
Yeah,
Game mode?
yeah.
There's a number of places that are out there
I mean, you hope you can tame one of these days.
no such thing. I'll get it. It might die sometimes, but I'll get it. I'm 1-0 against targets, or 0-1 even.
Oh, cool. Good, good. I bet they can fix that.
Yeah, I put a pillar underneath that one, Gob, and now it lets me put a railing.
Yeah.
Because I removed all the foundations from underneath it, and when I did that, it dropped the support.
That's right.
Because it was just ceilings.
It won't let you put stuff in the middle of nowhere.
Is it just me, Hill, or is Goblin lower than normal?
Might be a little bit.
Ah, he's got his indoor voice on today. Wife home? Oh yeah, it's Sunday.
Oh shit! You got a load then.
Yeah, you bet. It's carry a lot too. That palm tree that I put up, you can put a big enough base with 4 levels that you don't need anything else. It's got 4 attach points for the floors.
Oh, nice.
So if you wanted, you could have a tree base with nothing else. I don't know if you do,
Right. Yeah.
You're screwed if you die.
but no, you don't. I got a
Oh,
ramp up
bad.
to the bottom as well.
Well, I'm officially done building this monstrosity.
How long do you that last for?
Not very long.
No, you gotta see this
Till
thing.
tomorrow.
It's massive. Now it's gonna be the outer parts and the touch. Oh no, I didn't say I'm finished building. I said I'm finished the monstrosity on top of the peak. Now the stone walls down below are gonna be the next thing to come down, because it's separate from the base itself. But once I start tearing them down, I can now snap the S Plus foundations to the base here, which I couldn't do before. It wouldn't let me. I've already tried it. It'll let me do a straight line off the side, so that it all becomes one. And I don't want as big a yard down there, or as tall.
I see.
Wonder if I ever caught that Quetzal yesterday.
No, tell it.
Crazy, you know, you can tell when something's running because it's looking backwards, right?
Mm.
It's going. See this guy yesterday, I'm going back to my base just a little bit. I right across the back, he goes, this Quetzal looking back. I'm chasing him on the behind me after I go by, and he back over the bush. We went into the rock, and came back up. Still chasing the Quetzal.
So how hard? What's the difficulty level now, if you were to do on a scale for the animals?
It's the same as official.
Yeah, he bumped them about 50, 60 levels.
Hey Hill, you gotta come over and look at this thing on the inside. Scott was watching it through streaming, and he's like, "It looks like a giant office tower." Thing is, it may not look too bad outside, other than the plants on the roof. But if someone breaks through any one wall, good luck. You'd have to come inside to see what I'm talking about. And I literally have to shut the power off to do so.
And you think I trust you to shut the power off?
Hey, why? I had two of the randoms in here, Laser Eye and Jimmo something. They came over, they were looking around, they're like, holy shit. They're like, the amount of stuff you can do in this game, like we were talking for a while the other night. They're like, this is an eye-opener on what you can build. One of them called me Harry Potter because I was flipping stairs around because you can change the direction. Then he's running up and down the stairs and I clicked on the thing to change, or to disable railing collision. He's like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, it's all configurable. You just look at it, hit E. He's like, oh yeah, he's telling his buddy, he's like, yeah, we're gonna use the S mod, we're not gonna use the regular stuff. He goes, that's so much more useful. Because they were asking.
To show you how much you need. Nobody.
Well, these guys had never heard of the S Plus, and they didn't even notice it in their crafting and shit.
What did I just say? Nobody reads. Because if you read up to the and grabs up to the you got it. What it does. It's like the same group says, oh, is this server clustered? Like it only shows you for like 30 seconds every time you go to the server.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, it's the exact same thing. Like I said, nobody reads. It's just click a button and walk away or leave or whatever. Don't bother reading what it's on the screen.
No, that takes brain power, remember?
Oh, that's right. Kids don't learn to read anymore. I forgot. They don't even have to read and write. Put a welcoming committee on the island. What do you call it there? The treehouse. On the little upright thing. With a gun
No.
gun encrusted on it. With its own surprise force when you by to look at my treehouse.
I got one last thing I need to make, and then I'll have everything except the grinder. I don't think I really want it though.
It's useless now you got S-Mod.
Yeah. If you're building and you want to separate just a specific amount of pieces, like ingots or whatever, is there a way to do it? Because I know you can break it in half with shift or one by control.
Do it specifically,
I can't go get the door. Now, if I can remember what I was doing.
Hmm.
well, that's how long it takes to get 85,000 acres. 20 minutes.
Yeah, about the same for me.
So what it takes thousands to own something to get that much.
This whole base now between ingots, 55,000.
So in real time, you're looking at 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, the chitin was the cement paste was what was killing me.
So it's like a 30 minute drive.
And I love the fact that you don't need to put a lot of outlets. A couple here and there throughout, and most things are proximity based. So where are you hiding, Hill?
Oh, down here by the water. I was finishing up some stuff.
Holy shit. My two T-Rexes just make quick meat of like 4 animals, and one of them was the poison one.
Oh.
I went to walk up to it and it just scared the shit out of me. Fuck, I don't know what it was, but my T-Rexes just ate something that was a level 170.
Well, that's not bad. It's almost a 200, damn. Well, that's a step in the right direction.
why they would put a assisted test. I don't know.
What's that?
A square, 4 doors, metal. Looks like dinosaur. Dinosaurs. And right in the very center, there's a air trap. One door's open, and it's a pond where beavers hang out. I just think there's nothing wrong with that. What can you do that for? I guess somebody's trying to trap something. Maybe they're trapping a beaver to tame it.
Could be.
User joined your channel.
Hey, Scott.
How you doing?
How you been doing?
Been doing fine.
Good, good.
Just hanging out.
Don't let too much hang out, they'll arrest you.
I know. It's alright, I'm in my own home. I can't believe it. Trump's on the front pages again. Yeah, daily, man. They're gonna find something. That's right. But they don't give him credit for that. I was wondering if any Democrats have with jobs.
He should hire more of them.
No, I'm just wondering if, because every day they're protesting. I mean, don't they work or anything, or they just hang out all day? We never protest. We're just not the protest type. Only major things, not every little, you know.
And when the Republicans protest, you'll never see. It's always
That's
peaceful.
right.
You never see.
Coverage of it.
Well, they don't do that, and you never see them busting and burning shit and that kind of crap.
Getting pepper sprayed and all that.
And they're not paid to protest.
That's true. Well, I don't know where they're getting all that money to do that, but they do.
Soros is paying most of them.
Yeah, I guess they don't have jobs. They can just, you know, their professors probably let them go. Oh, you guys can go protest, and I'll give you an A for today. Under civic duty.
You're joking. You're kidding? That's not. There's no actually.
Yeah, it's funny because I was reading an article. They said that what was it, like 60 people got detained in the airports in between the time he wrote his edict or whatever and the time it took effect or whatever. You know, they were in the air. Huh? No, there was like 50 or 60 nationwide. We got caught up on it. They were on the plane when it was signed, so when they got off, they detained them. So there's like 11 in one airport, and 5 in another, and 3 in another. And all these people ran out and protested. But the interesting thing is, they detain more than that every day, on a normal daily basis. For reasons other than drugs, you know, non-clearance, you know, not proper paperwork.
Yeah.
They just got caught up in between, and every time.
They said, I think there was 300 and some odd thousand, and they've detained, it's almost, or I'm going to say it's like 1%.
300,000, that's not what I heard. I heard like, you know, I don't know, like 75, 50, something like, you know, some small number.
No, they were talking about across the U.S. on the percentage that they'd actually detained, and it was like 1%.
On a normal day?
Yeah, and it was of all the people coming in from visas and coming into the country, you know, all over all of the U.S.
Oh, they get about 3,000 a day.
It was 1% of, they've actually detained 1% of the amount of people that have come in and held, which is,
and they
start with, they don't have a,
go.
yeah, and the deal is, if you're not, they don't have a written in stone right that they're going to come in here and do what they want to start with, and that's, most countries don't. Y'all don't let them do that in Canada, do they? Yeah. That's it. Well, they think, here the Democrats think that everybody has a right just to come through the door, don't check them or anything.
Yeah, but you're not a minority. If you're a minority, they hold you. Yeah. No, you just tell them you're Hispanic and they'll let you in.
No, we're not the U.S.
Oh, you're saying coming up your way. Oh, I thought you meant coming in here when you come over to the U.S. side. You know, they ask you all these questions, you know, for you. Oh yeah, I can't believe they ask you. You should protest them. Thousands of people will show up to let you in. I shouldn't have to answer those questions. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, right. Well, 9/11 was 20 years ago. Now he's talking Syria and ISIS and all that.
They hadn't banned them from Saudi. They hadn't banned them from. They didn't ban them from Saudi Arabia, and I believe it. Well,
Saudi
India,
Arabia
that's
is where
two.
the guys came from for 9/11.
They hadn't banned them from Saudi Arabia. They've changed the. So what I heard, they changed the leadership from Saudi Arabia, and I think he's working with something on them because they're not the same leadership that they were. They've changed drastically. Yeah. Right. they realize they got a problem, and I think they're trying to crack down on some of the crap going on now that they see some bad shit coming. So,
Well, that's the excuse. I mean, what I'm saying is they've had a problem for a long time and they've admitted it for a long time.
oh
They've
yeah,
been funding it for a long time and other people still don't. But that's the
mm-hmm.
part I'm saying is if he's really trying to stop the problem, well, then don't let people know stuff about it. At their, obviously their allies' sake,
Well, see, he's not
Uh,
letting them in. He's only putting a temporary ban till we can figure out how to let them in, so that we can vet them properly, and that's the
now you
whole
sound like
point.
a politician. The whole point is talking with his and his supporters and his. I'm not saying you shouldn't have. I'm just saying. I mean, you can make sure nobody enters your country if you want to. But I'm saying if you're going to use that as an excuse, then at least the countries are using that as an excuse.
Well, I just wish I'd see all these people go to the.
Read his order. 3 times on the first page it says 9/11. So, an executive order referring to 9/11 and banning people that caused 9/11 should actually ban people from those countries. Just say it.
Oh, there's a lot more stuff coming yet. It's just been a week.
I'm sure there is. I just,
I don't think the Democrats can handle it more than this in a week.
isn't that what Kellyanne Conway said? Oh, he's just getting started. He made promises and he's going to keep.
He's so far he's been a pretty steady stream on them. Okay.
What else did
I
somebody
mean,
say? He's a
I mean,
businessman, not a politician. He's used to getting things done.
yeah. I mean, we'd like to convert the Democrats, but we don't want them all dying from a heart attack. Okay.
Well, let's face it, he's a billionaire. You know, every hour of the day, he only signs so many pieces of paper a day.
Yeah.
Comes up with great ideas and he sends somebody off to write it up legally so he can bring it back and sign it. Make that
What gets
simple,
me
sign
is
beside it.
what gets me is how the Democrats have changed.
Over the years, they've changed drastically.
That's my son and I were talking about the other day. They said they're conservatives and liberals. What? No, Democrats and Republicans. I said, yeah, they're conservatives and liberals. Just look at what their policies are and you'll figure out which is which.
Yeah.
They start looking, he goes, oh, I guess you're right.
Well, it just amazes me that Obama would write all these executive orders right and left that would curtail our amendment rights and everything else, and no one seemed to care. And then when Trump does it, it's like he shouldn't be doing these. We're going to take him to court, and all this other stuff. It's like, oh, gee. It's our turn to start writing executive orders. You didn't like them in the first place. You shouldn't have. That's like I thought the best thing in the world that ever happened was in the Democrats about 6 years ago when they owned the Senate, and they, just a bare majority, and they couldn't get anything done, so they passed that, what was that resolution or whatever, that they only needed 50% vote and you couldn't filibuster.
Right. I forget what they call it. And they're fixed to get it used on them. So.
Yeah, and they're all, they're all upset that it's like, you guys passed it. What? And now they want us to repeal it.
Right.
They're the ones that invented it.
You guys, that's not fair. You should repeal that. You guys passed it.
Yeah, you don't hear anything but Obama banned or stopped all the visas and everything coming from Iraq, and I believe maybe Afghanistan when he first got in. If you go back and look, I forget what years, but you don't hear him say a word about that. There wasn't a word when he did it. But Trump started banning stuff.
In the airports. What gets me is they're so upset about these people detained 4 and 5 hours in the airport, and they don't say a darn word about when you're stuck on the tarmac and they won't turn around and bring you back for 4 or 5 hours. They won't let you out of your seat to pee.
Well, the other thing is he's only using executive orders which are temporary. I mean, if you really wanted to change the way the U.S. works, is you make it law, because then it's really tough to change. But when it's an executive order, it can be changed by the next president or by somebody within your own government going, hey, hang on a second, and challenge you what the law says.
Well, they did. they did in, I think, Seattle or whatever. They took it to a judge real quick, and the judge threw it out of court. Said we're not going to abide by this, and
I know, but
that's because if they're Democrat judges, and that even we did that as Republicans.
it doesn't matter the reason. What I'm saying is it's kind of a fruitless effort if you know that that's the result we end as a president.
Yeah, but
Well,
it takes time to get up through the courts. It's got to go to the Supreme Court eventually, because
Some of that-
immediately that somebody appealed that to the next court. I mean,
Exactly.
to try to get it shut off. So
So in the meantime, while it's within that legal process, you don't have to abide by this executive order on that.
Depends on what it depends on what it pertains to. On the regulations and stuff that he put in, and I forget exactly how it's worded, but it was already law that if they go in there and he starts getting rid of these regulations, and somehow we've got control of the House and Senate right now, if they get rid of a regulation and he does it by order, and then the Senate does their thing on it and said this regulation's out, which he's done doing a lot of regulations. Once that's done and a new administration comes in, they cannot pass any regulation to try to put that one back in. It can't resemble it, it can't regulate it, it can't be in any form or fashion. Once that regulation's gone, they said we're not going to, this regulation here for coal is out, it's no good. The next administration cannot come in and put that regulation back in. It's really, really hard for them to do it.
but if it hadn't become if it hadn't gone through the Senate yet, then all he has to do is write a executive order countermanding Obama's executive order, and it's just nil.
Yeah, because
And
those
so
haven't gone to the Senate.
a lot of those
That's my
were.
point. That's what I'm saying. As a president, whether you're Obama, Bush, Trump, doesn't matter who. I'm saying as an executive order then becomes a waste of paper, which Obama's did if it didn't go through, right?
Well, it did
Yeah.
it while he was in office for the 3 years that those were in effect. Now, the obvious one that was stupid is when, like 2 days before he went out of office, he wrote all these executive orders, and it's like, why? Because 2 days later they got reversed. That was stupid.
Yeah, you're right. One to say for the last, rescind
But see, the ones
the
that,
last month or something. Right?
yeah, but the ones he's writing now, Trump, they'll be in effect for 4 years if they don't get,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a temporary measure, no matter what. Every executive order is a temporary measure until the next administration. Isn't
what's
it?
going to be what's going to be fun is when he gets a Supreme Court nominee, because they're going to be fighting tooth and nail on that one.
He's going to get his nominee, and he's going to be put in.
Let's hope. Well, that one still has to have 60% or 60 votes out of the Senate.
They can use they can use the same thing that the Democrats did.
Well, they can't because
And-
they when the Democrats passed that, they said except for the Supreme Court nominee. They were smart there. But now that doesn't mean that the Republicans can't pass something like that. And they're
Trump
threatening
plays
to do it.
he plays hardball, and it's about time. Damn Democrats done that for years and years and years. Republicans
sure
don't
don't
know
like
how. Well, he's fixing to teach some of these Republicans how to grow some nuts. Okay?
Well, the other thing too is like we said, when we protested, remember that big Tea Party protest back in about 2010 or so? They hardly even covered that, and there was
Just lost
hundreds of
my
thousands of
Davis.
people.
My Argentavis that I've been using for about months now,
Yeah.
he's sitting in the bottom of the lake dead.
What happened?
Forces base didn't render until I was on top of it, and I didn't even realize I was that close to it, and got shot and killed. I feel like putting a fucking C4 sack on his front door.
Well, go blow it up.
Oh, my Argentavis didn't get killed. I could have, because there was one in him.
Kill you too, or no?
No, I survived due to the armor I was wearing. I just killed a level 290 dodo bird.
No.
A dodo bird?
You're imaginative.
He's saying shit. He's been smoking that cracky shit again, or what, a wacky weed, or whatever they call it.
How high do these fuckers go?
Oh, I think 150 is the limit.
Well, that was a 290. There's no way 100. But I got an epic lance with like a 300% knockout. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Celestial Lens is even better.
Do you need metal to make a pterodon saddle? I haven't made one in so long.
I don't remember. I've got so many of them. I've made one so long. I've only got 8 or 10 of them. Oh, no, no, 10. Oh, yeah, because I got more saddles than books. Oh, yeah, legendary ghillie boots. Get that, I gotta start making separate lockers for weapons and items. So, level 290 dodo bird.
I think I'd have to have a screenshot of that. I think he's seeing shit. Now I could understand it if it was something big, but a dodo bird, oh man.
The one on top's that little bugger is with the top hat now.
Ooh, he might be a little rough.
Oh, that dog's playing Ark.
Is he in here?
I don't know. I just saw it come up. Hang on.
Oh, good.
No guarantee he's not dead though. I know he wasn't last time, but he called himself.
Holy shit.
What's your imagination?
Did you actually-
this time?
It took me forever to get this. With prime meat, it took 3 times for it to eat. The fuck is this? I guess it's stone? Stone badass pterodon? His starting level is 227.
Hey,
Hey, what?
Gobby, did you actually read the What, executive order?
Not the whole thing, no.
Yeah,
I
I mean, he
wanna
did.
do
He
that.
did recommend it three. I mean, he did say September 11th 3 times. But what he was venting was the fact that no one did anything. You know, when we knew there was terrorist possibilities, and
I know.
that
That's what I said.
September 11th happened.
I know, that's what I said, but when you reference it 3 times on the front page, you would think that they might be included, but no.
Well, no. What they're saying is now we're having deteriorating conditions, war, strife, and disaster in other areas, and now we're going to stop in those other areas
Right.
to prevent something that happened in previous areas. You know,
What
due
you're
to
going to do is close the imaginary door that might have been open on something. I mean, what I'm saying is, look at it this way. That's like saying, okay, we're going to ban everybody from Canada because Russia might be a problem.
no. What I see it as is
That's what he's doing. That's what I'm saying.
no. The way I read it, okay, is I have a neighbor moved in on my right side, and he was a criminal, and he broke in my house. Okay, they arrested him, took him away. Now I have a neighbor on my left side that broke in that is considered a criminal. I'm going to start putting the cameras and stuff on the left side of my house.
So how do you know he's a criminal?
You know that
How do you know that?
Okay,
because you've been told that.
Even if you know that. Hang on a second.
Yeah, even if you know that, that's what I'm saying. You do know that.
What I'm trying to say is, it's not like what he basically, what you're saying is, he's saying that Saudi Arabia is okay because they're an ally. They did that a long time ago to a certain extent. We really don't need to watch any people from their country because they're all clean. And that goes for Turkey and everybody else who's involved too. That's what he's basically saying, Scott.
Yeah, well now without everybody from Syria coming in, he can spend more time looking at the people coming in from Saudi Arabia and Turkey. He doesn't spend resources on 60,000. He's really trying to stop the 60,000.
Still saying, it's entirely your right in staying in that country. Stop anybody else to come.
Well, the ACLU saying it's not right.
Where
The,
are you,
AC,
Hill?
the ACLU saying it's
I'm down here on the beach. You just flew by me a while ago.
Who gives a shit what they say?
Because they're in-
I just said I find it funny. That's why I just found this stupid. It just me. I don't give a shit what
Yeah, well,
I'm Canadian. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at it from the outside looking in. Well, that's all.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna go after Argentavis anymore. That red one took me forever to get,
Get some coffee.
and now with these new levels, forget it.
So let me know when you want one. I'll knock on it for you. You can
It doesn't allow that.
it does because the table knocks it out. Tame it. Doesn't matter.
And then the bar says taming by, and it says you. I tried that with Radical.
Get to it.
Because I knocked one out and told Rad to tame it, and it said it was being tamed by me. With a lance. Yeah, never tried it that way. No, well, that's what I'm hoping for. But I ended up getting stuck with a stone one.
There's your egg bag.
Ooh, this bear is a bitch.
Badass
I'm
raptor, badass pterodons. We got pencils and snakes. We can give you wolves. That gives me
Oh, is that the one with a little fireball above their head?
Yeah, I got blue and what else? Red, I think I got.
I got a yellow one and a red one running around my base.
They do anything?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The stone. The other ones will freeze you. Fire you. I got.
The red one and the yellow one that I had, or I have in my base right now, both of those bastards killed me. Didn't see them, walking along, whack, rock in the face.
But this was a little stone one. Same pin as my level 200 and something spinal.
Wow. You mean you can't tame them so they don't?
I'm sure you can, but I could tame it
Oh,
after.
it wasn't even tamed.
No, it was wild. They got my tame spinal. They probably spawned in the pen. Inside the pen with them was lost the fight. Was that ever pretty Tapajara? They sure come in some nice colors.
Wow. I'm eating because the wife just gave me homemade chili and I see rocks and shit flying around. I look down and there's a ultra raptor that's glowing red beating the shit out of rocks. Do not hit E when you're hovering.
Huh?
I was hovering way up in the air and I hit E by an accident. And I landed pretty close to that glowing Ultraraptor. Which beach are you on where you collect this chitin?
I'm right down the other side of the forest, but I'm on the outside, not on that little inside peninsula.
The outside one? I'm trying to...
Yeah, I was on the outside. I was killing a megalodon here. Hang on.
Okay, give me a second, because I just got... Oh, there's a spino disc galloping on the outside here.
Yeah, he's over the other side of there. I just got one over there the other day.
He's smashing trees and everything. He's got a saddle on. Oh, that's you?
Yeah. I'm after a...
Yeah. How
Yeah.
high a level is that trilobite?
It was a 250. Damn.
The hell?
Do what?
I've never seen a saddle on one of those before.
Oh, yeah.
Spino. He's got a white one here that's yellow. Yellow around it. It's kind of neat. Looks like it's got a platypus type face on it.
I gotta go here and unload. I got a full load right here. I ran down the beach and I got 2,738 of them just run down the beach there. Got me a bunch of fish and some other stuff too though.
I'm floating around down here and I don't see any. I seen the one you were chewing on, but that's it.
The water's dirty right now. When it comes up where you can actually see it good, best spot to get them. And if you go down the other side of me down here, there's a beach like an island over. Hell, here's
Yeah.
3, 4 of them right here in front of me. See them?
Alright.
You just passed 2. They're right here behind you, between me and you.
Yeah, I bet you this will take a while.
That's why I use a spino to kill them with.
Especially now with it such a higher level. Holy
What was
shit,
it?
Level 229. That's why I'm playing Chase the Mouse something down the beach. So how high do these level? I've seen a 290 is the highest so far in the wild. Any idea, or is it random?
There's one of these fiery-eyed dodos down here.
Good luck with that one. Getting the fuck out of that.
Oh, we've killed them. You got to get them out in the water. I'm not gonna try it with this one here. I don't have him. I don't have him leveled up high enough yet.
Hey, there's an elite Dilophosaurus down here. That should be a fun one. Get spit on by that. The spit'll probably kill you. Never mind the dino. I'm down by your base again. Oh, you got a Bronto at your gate? Is he yours?
The one outside the gate's not. The one inside the gate with the saddle on is.
I think it's trying to mate with your thing. These guys that built this wooden hut down here have never been back, have they? The commune?
Oh, I was busy killing trilobites there. What would you say now?
There's a place down here, the commune.
I don't know if I have or not.
There's no door on their place, but they're both passed out in here. One, they got a sign on their thing. Go to sleep, bitch. Another sign. What's this? Public property. Fuck Mary. Secret police. Okay, what an interesting crowd.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of, hell, I got probably 10 of them here in front of me. I'm just having a heyday. Yeah, crazy that little run there. By the time I get back, I've already got 4,300 of them. 4,301.
Jeez. Well, I can tell you it's either a bunch of idiot kids or something. I'm not even gonna read out what this sign says. Yep, gone. Like a hatchet to it.
It's a new version of the bathroom wall where Mum won't.
Do what?
I said that's the latest version of the bathroom wall where Mum won't catch them.
Yeah.
Some of the comments they write on the walls in there.
Okay.
So what are these stone things good for anyway?
Which ones?
Just the badass stone ones.
Oh, I got a bunch of them. I fly them around. Use them for getting shit fast, getting around.
Yeah, pterodons are great if they rank up the right way. I got one pterodon that is faster and can carry more than my Argentavis. The only reason I kept flying the Argentavis because anything I bit onto it caught on fire and I kill it pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
But now, yeah, not gonna happen. So I'm gonna start collecting pterodons again. Unless I get lucky with an Argentavis, but I'm not going out of my way for them. Hey Scott, are you in here yet?
No, I'm not in there yet.
No, you should come down to the base. I'll turn everything off before I get off. You want to see something huge?
Oh, I've been to your base.
Yeah, you seen it? Oh no, I've added a whole second.
Or is that a different
balconies.
base? I'm
No,
right now in that game. I'm on center. That base you built was on what was that? The other map, whatever that is.
which one are we on right now? The island hill?
We're on island.
The island, yeah, the island. So you built that on the island. What'd you build on the center? Or is that the one you share with?
More at it. Me and More Addict have one on there. It's a fair size one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
No, I haven't been over there in a bit. I got a shitload of resources over there.
Did they ever get a rotate key for building? Do you know?
Hmm?
I say, did they? When I left, I was having problems. I build something, and I couldn't, like a ladder, or I, opening a gate or something like that, and it'd always be in a certain direction, and you couldn't rotate it to, when you set it up to build it.
No, that's not part of the game. So you put your foundation down and you put it on one of the four walls type thing.
Oh, I know, but what I'm saying is, let's say you wanted the door to open outward instead of inward.
No, because depending on which side you approach it from will depend on which way it opens every time. Sometimes it opens out, sometimes it opens in.
Yeah, I know, but if you have the thing, like on Exile or whatever, you could rotate it. You could just stay in one place, and if you wanted to open out, you'd rotate it out.
These doors always open away from you, no matter how you put them. If you're inside, they open out. If you're outside, they open in.
So if you want it to open outside, you'd have to get inside to put it on.
No. They're double folding doors, in other words.
I see what you mean. Oh. Really? Huh.
Yeah,
Well, I have a gate on mine. I have a gate on mine that just opens one way, no matter what side you're on. That must be something somebody modded in your mod that they didn't have on that was the original thing I had.
What you will like in here now, since you've been in, is this mod here, when you put down like your crafting tables and stuff,
Yeah.
instead of going and looking through all your safes and crap, you can pull all your resources from the tables. It'll say pull resources.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
And it pulls it from everything within the range.
I was thinking about something like that when I was doing it. I was saying, man, wouldn't it be nice instead of having to go over to all these inventory boxes to just, you know, be able to pull from it in one place. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess like how do you flip a wall or how do you flip a ladder so that when you're facing it, it works. That's the thing I was always having problems with.
No, it's got to snap to a point. That's the thing. It's none of this floating shit. Spin it here, spin it there.
Oh no, I know it has to snap, but putting your first one down and then everything matches that one, I think is what happens. So if let's say you have example, the thrash or whatever wall, you know, the thrash is on the outside, you know, and once it's on the outside, it'll be on the outside on all of them. But that first one, if you wanted to turn it so it's inside, when you snap it to your base, you know, you can't do it. You have to go outside, like you said, put it on one side versus the other. Or a ladder, you have to be on one side. So if you're on a cliff, you can't very well put a ladder down, see? If you have a cliff, you can't put a ladder down from it because you're facing the cliff, you know, or, you know, that side when you're trying to snap it down, and it's on the back side that you climb. But then you hit your whatever you've got jutting out over the cliff, see? So you can't get in. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I didn't have that issue because of the way I did mine.
Yeah, but there's some places you can't do it that way. That was the thing I was pissed off about. Makes it really hard if you're trying to, you know, do anything.
I made it back.
Yeah, Scott, you remember that wraparound balcony that I had was a few stories off the ground on the one side?
Yeah.
Well, that big tall wall above it that was 8 stories, well, at the 4th story above the original one, I have another identical matching wraparound. Big enough for 6 pterodons to sit in one section up there.
Wow.
Another lady I thought he's anti-Semitic too.
Who? Why would he be anti-Semitic? He's all for the Jewish people. Oh, is that what they're saying? The media? Well, there were other victims. If he didn't say all victims, then they'd say he was anti-gypsy or anti-gay, or, you know. So he had to say all. Actually, Obama was super anti-Semitic. He hated the Jews.
They're gonna give Trump hell for the whole time he's in there.
No, I'm thinking.
But he's up for the fight, okay?
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's, you know, they're stuck with him for 4 years, and these people, like I said, I don't think Democrats work because it seems like they're always protesting. When do they have time to work? But what I'm thinking is after a few months of people are gonna they're gonna come to you. Hey, we got to go protest. Trump did this. I'm kind of busy today. I don't know. I've gone to like 8 and it hadn't done any good, so I think I'll just stay home today. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. It's kind of like the boy that cried wolf. It's like everybody's, oh, I can't believe Trump did that. I can't believe that. Oh, what's going on today? You mean people protested? Oh yeah. What's going to happen is somebody go, today no one protested. What? No one protested? What's going on? Yeah, we better protest it. No one's protesting. Gee, that's a good one.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone... There's enough
It's-
idiots out there.
It's going to get to the point where these people are going to, the reporters are going to go on the street. And so what's this protest today? I don't know. We're just a bunch of people got together and came out, and I thought I'd join them. I really don't know why.
You know how bad it's got? They suspended that professor from his University of Toronto because he refused to refer to adjective Mr. Mrs. or this.
Yeah, you told me about that one.
I don't give a fuck if you're transgendered, purple, or Mr.
Yeah, they suspended him, but they brought him back because they said it was his personal, political, and whatever, that it didn't have anything to do with. But he almost lost his job over it. I was here in Toronto, but he ended up winning.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that the lawyers convinced the university you're going to lose in the end. It's going to cost a lot of money.
Go into the redwood towards the swamp side and see what you can find. To be honest with you, I don't know how the fuck I survived Force's base shooting at me.
So you're flying too fast, eh?
Yeah, my Argentavis was at 237% speed.
So you gotta know where you are rather than see where you are.
Well, that's how I could go all over the map. But the thing is, I had the speed, the stamina, but he stopped ranking up on me, so I didn't get the weight as high as I wanted it.
The trick is, because you're
Well,
gonna come across his base or my base and the same thing's gonna happen. The guns are gonna open up. You're gonna be dead before you realize it's
well, that's what just happened to me with Forces.
yeah.
Wasn't pleased.
Same thing. I know Force went by my base the other day and I heard bop, 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 hit him a few times too. Oops.
Sure that wasn't payback?
I never said that. I minded that it shot him. It did. I'll be back.
Alright.
Hello. Playing art and just getting out of bed. And nope, sure, yeah.
Yeah, hell, I've got this thing fully irrigated, electrified, the whole shot. It's 12 stories, but the way I did it on my one side, I put a bunkhouse enclosed in the lower floor. The lower floor is 2 stories. All my cooking and food stuff is on that one. You go up the second floor, which is another 2-story one, is all my crafting and storage. Third story is a 4-story one. That's my hatching area. It's got all the air conditioners and I've got a bunch of standing torches if I need to do hot. The 4th floor is a 4-story one, fully irrigated and everything, greenhouse effect, and it is a 15 large crop plot grow up.
Not bad, not bad.
Spiral stairs to go all the way up. Then, and that, you know how my base is shaped like an L, right? That's one part of it. So the longest part, I have a wraparound balcony that goes 3 deep on one side, and then just like 1 deep longwise, goes all the way up to my behemoth gate, and it's got a spiral there. It's huge. Like, I could literally put ground floor probably 3 to 4 Quetzals just in the one area.
Not bad.
Have you ever seen an Alpha Flaming Eyed Ultra Raptor?
Ultra Raptor. I've got a fire. No, I've got a fire one here, but not the Alpha.
I got one here with the flaming eyes. Whenever I'm on, I take him off wander and put him to passive so that he doesn't attack anyone or anything if I let anyone in. And when I log out, him and my 2 stone chucking monkeys are put to aggressive and wandering inside the base.
Uh-huh.
That should make for a handful if someone wants to break in. That's on top of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 turrets inside the base, facing all the outer walls. Sure, I mean, look nice and friendly on the outside. A couple plants to stop you from landing on my roof. Please enter through my walls. Scott got a bit of a view of it because I set up the streaming through Steam.
Uh-huh.
Anyone in my friends list can click on my name and view game.
That's good.
So that laser eye guy from that one group, he was in my base looking around. I was showing him, playing to him the S mod because he was asking what the S Plus, like what are some of the features of it. And I put down one stair, or I'm on top of, what was it, 6-story stairway, but there was no side balcony at that point, so I'm up in the middle there. I said, hey, up here, watch. So I started flipping the stairs so it would go side to side. And then picked it up, put it down. He's like, it didn't break. I'm like, nope. And I started flipping it around and everything. He's like, oh, look at this. I got Harry Potter up there above me. Because I put stilts holding up the front of my base, I can extend past those with ceilings now, can't I?
You can't, well, I think you can't, if I remember right. If you got support underneath it and you're using it as a floor, you can go out and you can put you can't, I think you can go maybe 2, or I know once before I couldn't go too far without putting another one if I didn't have any support before I could put a wall.
That's the problem I have with a railing. And I had to put a one of those pillars underneath it for support.
Yeah. Now once you have walls up, you can run a ceiling, but the problem's getting the wall up.
No, I was gonna use these for a floor. Right now I've got them. Well, once I removed all the foundations below them and just put the stilts there, I'm out 3 now.
Crap, I wasn't paying attention. They got killed. Shit.
What killed you?
Pterosaurus. The one with the claws.
Don't let that happen.
I mean,
They will mess you up.
yes, they will.
Well, trouble's on his way to my house.
Who's that?
My 2-year-old grandson.
Oh, okay.
Hey, there's a quad. Oh no, that's not.
That was the phone call. I guess my grandson asked his dad, his grandpa. You called? He was on the phone.
In other words, honey, we got to go out. Let's don't take the kid. Have him call Grandpa.
Guess who's back at breakfast?
Dad, guess what? He really wants to see you.
Yeah, that's exactly
You can't turn him down. You'll just break his little heart.
And while we're there, you just watch him roll into the store.
Yeah, exactly.
This sounds familiar. I think I used to do this to my parents. What's going on here?
Yeah, I did to mine too. Well, the nice thing is you can give them back.
Yeah.
Good thing about being grandpa.
Secret stash of sugar. Which the guy said knows what that is. So why not put his in
Right before. Well, I'll give you something for you.
Well, it's like the twins here. Before we moved in this house, the old place, their bedroom was right above our kitchen. And you know the ceiling grates for the heating? I used to tear it out and when it, pull it down, and when it was past their bedtime, I just chucked boxes of Smarties when I knew they were in bed. For the longest time, it took about a year before anyone caught on to why they were calling me the Smarty guy. One night her daughter caught them with the Smarties in the room and, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" comes running down yelling. We couldn't figure out why the twins weren't going to bed, like 3 years old. Sitting up eating Smarties at night. It was fun. For me, I'm not saying so much for the mother. Yeah, I found your Spino buddy.
Funny you say Smarties because my grandson had peanut allergy. Smarties are peanut free. So, yeah. Those are Kit Kat.
Yeah, Kit Kat are not bad. Coffee Crisp too. I don't think there's peanuts in those, are there?
Probably not, no. Well, there isn't, but you gotta buy peanut free, like the Quaker is giving peanuts in the factory.
Yeah. That's why you can't even have peanuts in schools nowadays.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
Oh, I don't know about down there, but up here, if your kid shows up in school with peanut butter, they're going home.
Well, yeah,
Worse than
same thing.
But let's think about that. That's because our environment's changed enough that our children have deathly illnesses now, which used to be an inconvenience before when I was a kid.
Yeah, they were
If you had
minor allergies.
yeah, if you had a peanut allergy, you had, sniffles or a sneeze or something, you didn't die. You didn't have your throat swell shut. It's shit like that. Nowadays, it's so bad that, yeah, it's a public, nuisance, what do you call it? When the when public agencies have to make announcements about you can't have this, that, or this. You know? Think about that, like in one generation, or two tops.
Yeah, what's it gonna be in a couple more generations down the road?
Right, because they inoculate everybody all the time.
Yeah, why?
No immune system.
You can argue why till you're blue in the face. I'm just saying. If that's one indicator, that's a bad sign.
The pharmaceutical companies.
I used to take peanut butter jam sandwiches to school faithfully. So did all
Oh,
my
I did
buddies,
too.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's a favorite.
I mean, there was no such thing as
I still like 'em.
dying from a nut allergy. It's just there wasn't. So
No, and if
you
it
can't
did
tell
happen, it
me-
was a freak accident.
That's right. You can't tell me that that's changed in two generations because of what? It has to be what we're putting into our bodies, I would think. Because you're the ones, producing these children. It's your genetics, and changed genetics is doing it as a parent. Right? So I'm as much
Oh.
at fault as anyone.
There's a nice, okay, you know that white and red spino you seen?
Yeah.
You know where Hill had one of his very first little stone houses just at the end of the swamp here?
By the green obelisk thingy down there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You see the nice bright blue and white spino over here just chewing everything up. Trees, rocks, and anything in between. And I would say by the size of him, he's probably a fairly high rank. Is it just me, or is there a lot more spinos in here now?